Steve Bruce, if you have any dignity or any feelings for Newcastle United, you will walk. You will resign and say that the job is too big for you. You're going to hand it over to somebody else who can actually save us this season. Hi everybody, I'm Paul, back again with another video, and today it is the review. Wolves 2, Newcastle United 1 yesterday at Molineux. Travelled down there, not sure what to expect really. I mean, you know, we've drawn quite a lot of games at Molineux, and certainly going into the game yesterday it was possible that it was going to be another draw. Two teams down at the wrong end of the table really. Are Wolves in a false position? I get the feeling that they are. For us, I don't know, because really the performances this season have been dreadful, absolutely dreadful. We still haven't won a game, and we come away from Wolves yesterday with sweet fuck all again. The lineup itself was unchanged from the game last week against Watford. That was probably fair enough. I mean, you know, we should have won the game at Watford. But the thing is, Steve Bruce, he doesn't look at the next opposition, does he? He doesn't sort of change the team or the tactics to go against certain teams. Wolves play a very different way to Watford, so don't go out the same way. But he does. He thinks, oh, well, that team did really well last week, so I'm going to put the same 11 out again without making any tactical changes or anything like that. Now, Wolves, the big surprise for me is that obviously Traore was left on the bench because I thought he'd ripped Matt Ritchie a new one yesterday. But for relief for Newcastle United was the fact that Traore wasn't playing. He was on the bench. But in comes a South Korean, HWang Hee Chan, and he made an absolute mockery of Newcastle United yesterday. Him and Raul Jimenez up front were just absolutely superb. It has to be said, Jimenez, just the way he touches the ball, he takes players on, his runs, his vision, he's just a complete player. And he made a mockery of our defence again yesterday. We go behind on 20 minutes. The ball slid through to Chan, and brilliant finish, just tucked it in the corner. However, the defence was sleeping because we didn't pick the run-up. And what the fuck is Carl Darlow doing there? I mean, you know, come out and make yourself big. Narrow the angles right down. But for some reason, he goes right to his near post and puts a knee down. And Chan just thinks, right, I'm just going to slot this in the bottom corner. And of course he did. Wolves are 1-0 up, and we're struggling. So what does Steve Bruce do? He goes 5 at the back. He changes it. Now, why? I do not know. Because, you know, we had created some kind of opportunities. Not really any specific shots on goal or anything like that. It was very, very disappointing, to be honest. But Joe Linton, I have to say this now, out on the left-hand side, he worked his arse off yesterday. But no support there. St. Maximin getting the ball and doing what he does with the ball. He's looking up, and there's nobody in the 18-yard box. I mean, what is the point? There's nobody there. But out of the blue, towards half-time, Joe Linton gets through in on goal on the left-hand side. The keeper blocks it. Wolves are claiming that the keeper was fouled. Never in a million years. He did hurt himself, though, but he got back up. And as he got back up and moved across, Jeff Hendrick hits a beautiful shot into the bottom corner. Now, Hendrick was on the pitch at that time because Joe Willock had to go off injured. Now, I want to say something on the Joe Willock injury. You know, when he got injured first, he was holding his muscle. We knew he was injured. His mobility was sacrificed completely. But he came back on. And then his second time he goes down. And you think, right, you see Jeff Hendrick stripping off, ready to come on. And then all of a sudden, Willock comes back on the pitch. And you can see he's not moving very well. And then finally, Joe Willock makes the decision to substitute. He signals to the bench to make the change, and obviously Hendrick comes on for him. Now, why on God's earth has Steve Bruce not learnt his fucking lesson about putting players back on the pitch who are injured? I don't give a toss if the player himself says, "Oh, I'll give it 10 minutes or whatever it is." For some reason, Steve Bruce does not have any authority over these players. None at all. I mean, to be fair, Wolves should have been 2-0 up before we got the equaliser because they hit the bar from like 3 yards out. I can't believe he actually missed that. Ball came across, Jimenez leaves it, he knows there's a man behind him, and they crack it off the crossbar. We go up the other end and get the equaliser. Bizarre. So we go in at half-time 1-1, and I'm doing my vlog thinking, how the hell are we 1-1 with Wolves at the minute? It beggars belief that we have played so shit, and yet we're going 1-1. But the second half starts, and again, you know, we offer nothing. The passing is abysmal. Sean Longstaff, I mean, he got the ball yesterday, and every single time he got the ball, he turned backwards to play it back to the defenders. The first instinct of Newcastle midfielders is to get the ball and play it back to the defenders. And Isaac Hayden had an absolute stinker yesterday. I mean, when he went into the back five, players were just taking him on, kicking the ball round him and running past him as if he isn't there because he's got no pace. I mean, why Traore didn't come on a little bit earlier in the second half, I'll never know. But Wolves get the winner. It's a very, very similar goal to the first one. Jimenez plays through to Chan, and he just puts it in the far corner again. Again, Carl Darlow, I don't know whether his positional sense was diabolical for the goals. But I'm not going to, I mean, Carl Darlow, fair enough, you know what I mean? He could have made himself bigger for the goals. But the fact that this guy was allowed to walk through again, exactly like the first goal, it just sums everything up about Newcastle United. So because the chants then start, you know, we want Brucey out. I mean, that was going on throughout the game, to be honest. The fans were fantastic again yesterday. You know, singing their hearts out, but we're not getting anything back, man. We're just not. St. Maximin is expected to do everything as usual by himself. And to be fair to Joe Linton, there was a few times he got down the left-hand side and he's looking up and there's nobody there. Because St. Maximin is not an out-and-out striker, so he's not going to be in that position. He's still trying to get his arse into the box. Almiron is playing as a midfielder. He's trying to get his arse into the box. There's nothing there. And as the game went on, in the last sort of 5 minutes of normal time and then into injury time, we're pissing about at the back, 1-2s, between like Fernandez and Murphy and things like that. And I'm thinking, get the ball up the fucking pitch, man. There was no urgency to get the equaliser. It's just diabolical football. Absolutely diabolical football. And this man, Steve Bruce, he has to go. He's actually clueless. Because again, during his interview, he's babbling on about how the game could have gone either way. Bullshit! You know, for the game to go either way, we'd have had to have some decent opportunities. St. Maximin was the only one that brought a save out of the goalkeeper in the second half. The one opportunity we had. And I don't care how many Wolves chances there was, they took them when they got them. Which is different to us. So this is what this monumental bellend had to say after the game.
There was nothing in it in the game. I think the big turning point was probably the big chance what we missed. And at this level, you really can't miss chances like that, you know. And unfortunately, we've missed it again today like we did last week. Apart from that, it's a bit like what we've been saying all the time. Did we deserve to get beat? I don't think so. But unfortunately, we've conceded to 2 goals, which practically identical goals. So that's a frustration and a disappointment. But as I said, apart from that, there was nothing in it. Either way, it could have went either way again.
So that was Steve Bruce, and as you can, tell, it's the normal bullshit that he comes out with. Absolute bullshit. And he keeps saying the game could have gone either way. I don't remember me goalkeeper making the save, all of this kind of crap. Wake the fuck up, Steve Bruce. This man is in complete fucking denial. I'm telling you now, he's in complete fucking denial about what is going on that pitch. He's playing players out of position, he's playing the wrong formations, and he just doesn't have a clue. Halfway through the second half yesterday, I'm looking over to the dugout, and I see him, Agnew, and all the rest of them standing there in a group, talking about the match. They haven't got a fucking clue what's going on, man. They don't have a clue what to do, how to change things, no nothing. The whole thing stinks. We're second or bottom in the Premier League, man, for God's sake. And these games that we've had, yeah, we played Man United, but we haven't played any of the real big boys either yet. The Chelseas, the Manchester Cities, even Brighton. Look at Brighton at the minute. That's what you can do with a good manager. Not world-class players, but they work as a team. And Graham Potter's got them working as a team. We are all over the fucking place. The passing was shambolic. Sometimes we got the ball, we passed it out to play. No fucker there. And his substitutions, I'm sorry, but again, Ryan Fraser is sitting on his arse. It is crying out to get Ryan Fraser on the pitch, a bit more attacking impetus. But no, he takes Manquillo off and brings Murphy on. He brings Dwight Gale on with 20 minutes left. Dwight Gale, I don't think, got a kick yesterday. It just proves that just none of them are good enough. And yes, the players need to take some kind of blame as well. Some of those players are just not good enough or just don't have the energy or the ambition when we go behind to try and get back in the game. Because Jeff Hendrick, yes, he scored a brilliant goal from 20 yards out yesterday, but there was nothing else. There was nothing else in the game. And Jimenez, that's the kind of player I would love to see at Newcastle. He brings players into the game so easy. He's so easy to watch on the ball. His hold-up play is tremendous. And, for a guy that's had an injury like him, I mean, to come back what he's done is incredible. And we just floating around the pitch like fucking idiots. We really are. And this manager has just got to go. He has got to fucking go. We cannot survive with him at the helm. We can't. It's as simple as that. We could be fucking gone by Christmas. You look at our fixtures over Christmas and you think, wow, where are we getting any points from over Christmas? Where the fuck are we getting any wins from anyway? We've got Tottenham next at home. I mean, Christ almighty. Harry Kane will be licking his lips. I mean, he hasn't had a brilliant start of the season, has he? But Christ almighty, welcome Newcastle United. These players, these kind of players and these teams will be looking, if they're having a bad run, they'll be looking when they're coming up against Newcastle United. Because it's easy fucking meat. It really is. It's bollocks, the whole thing. I mean, you kind of run out of things to say about Steve Bruce, if I'm honest. He's just not good enough. He's clueless. Even when he talks in his post-match interviews, he's in denial. Complete and utter fucking denial. I mean, credit to Wolves. They took the chances when they did. I thought it was a fantastic atmosphere down at Molineux yesterday. The pre-match build-up is one of the best I've ever seen. The music got you really going. The fire flames going everywhere and brilliant. So congratulations to Wolves on that. I think they put on a brilliant spectacle. The fans were excellent for Wolves yesterday. And so were the Newcastle fans. We sang our hearts out again. We really wanted something to happen. But again, we leave the ground utterly disappointed because we have a manager in charge of this football club who doesn't have a fucking Scooby-Doo. I'm telling you now, we are in deep shit. And it is really hard to see where the next win is coming from. It really is. You look ahead to the fixtures and you think, right, maybe we can go to Crystal Palace and get something. But then again, Palace will turn it on against us. The home fans down there are fantastic as well. So, will we get anything from that game? We've got no impetus. We've got nothing without Callum Wilson up front. Absolutely nothing. So hopefully he'll be back after the international break. And if he is, fingers crossed, God help us, we can keep him fit for a while. And he can score us some goals to get us some points. Otherwise, we're going to be fucking adrift before Christmas. And that's when the real struggle comes on, because the Christmas period, we're fucked anyway. There's no way we're getting results out of that. It's just, we're completely fucked. And it is just so hard to see where the wins are coming from. Where is the positivity? I'm sick of people saying, you've got to be positive and bullshit, man. How can you be positive watching shit like that? Fucking 400-mile round trip yesterday to watch that pile of shit. You just get nothing back off this football team at the minute. And nothing back with a clueless manager who is in complete denial about how the football matches go. I don't know what fucking match he watches. It's certainly not Newcastle. I think he goes and watches another match in the dressing room and then comes out and talks about that match on his post-match conference. Because it's not the same one all the fans have just fucking watched. Fuck me, man. Unbelievable shit that we have to put up with at the minute. It is diabolical. Anyway, this is also goal scorer Jeff Hendrick. This is what he had to say after the match as well.
It's disappointing when you don't win a Premier League game or don't draw, especially when you go on the pitch and you know, you work hard and you think you're in the game, and you know, I think a draw probably would have been fair enough today, but the lads won't get too down, hopefully not anyway, but they know they put in a good performance, and we can get better, and we will keep getting better, and that's just the main thing. We need to remember that last year we went through a hard patch as well, and we come out very well in the other side of that, so hopefully we can do it again.
So that was Jeff Hendrick talking about the game. And again, you know, where are these players coming from saying, you know, things will get better. We are sort of improving. You know, why are they saying this? We're not improving at all. We can't beat Watford and we can't beat Wolves. We can't beat Southampton. Fucking hell, man. Come on. Where is this positivity coming from the players? Because we don't see any in the stands when we're watching these bunch of idiots running around. There's a couple of players out there yesterday who I think deserved credit. And one of them was Maxi again, you know, desperately trying to make something happen. Joe Linton, good hold-up play down the left-hand side again. You know, but again, when he gets into the space, he's looking up and there's nobody there to pass to. There's no cross on because there's nobody in the box to head it. And that was set pieces yesterday. Absolute tragedy. Sean Longstaff on most of them. The corners from Richie. Fucking shit, man. We can't clear the first man. Everything about Newcastle United at the minute is wrong. Everything about this football club is wrong. And we, you know, we're just, as fans, we're just have to get on with it. You know, we're hearing pundits come on. Oh, Steve Bruce this, Steve Bruce that. Fuck the pundits. I've had enough. Just, you know, it was absolute garbage. No positivities yesterday from that game. I don't care what the players say or what that idiot manager says. There was no positives. We were shit. So anyway, that's the review, guys. I'm sorry it's not a more positive one, but what can I say? You know, when you travel a 400-mile round trip to watch that pile of shit, you're going to be in a bad fucking mood. The weather was shit. Everything about yesterday was shit. Spending £6.10 on a fucking toll on the M6 for 4 fucking miles. Jesus, wet man. You know, I should have known then. When I had to pay £6.10 for a 4-mile drive. Jesus, should have known how the game was going to go. I'm getting fucking pissed on from the heavens walking up to Molineux. Honestly, the whole thing about yesterday. I mean, it was just, fuck it. You know, there's nothing more I can say. But if you have enjoyed the video, guys, as usual, please do smash the like button for me and help me build the channel up. And if you're new to the channel, you like what you see, please do consider subscribing. They're going up very nicely at the minute, so the channel is growing rapidly day by day. So thank you to everybody, I mean everybody, for helping me build this channel. Yous are all amazing, so thank you very much. Live shows coming up, of course. Monday night, 8 p.m, we've got the 4 Horsemen of the Toon with me, Peter, Barry and John. That should be a spicy show, given with a shit show that we've just had to see. And Tuesday night, get yourself on the show live. It's Fan Forum Live at 8:30 on Tuesday night. Come on the show, vent your anger, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of angry fans who want to have a say. So Tuesday night, let's get on and let's talk about it, and let's see how you guys all feel. Put in the comments below what you thought of yesterday. I'll reply to as many as I possibly can and have a good conversation about the game. But until tomorrow night, 4 Horsemen live at 8 p.m. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, guys.